Hi everyone and welcome to another YouTube video. First of all, happy social work month. I am a social worker if you didn't know already. And this video is dedicated to all the hardworking social workers, advocates, community organizers, and even business driven, impact driven business owners and entrepreneurs that are out there who really want to make sure that their clients and their customers are being taken care of and your products and services are taking care and changing the lives of the people that you serve. So I really wanted to make this YouTube video for social workers, but really for anyone who is very caring, for the entrepreneurs who give a lot, who are very nurturing, who maybe sometimes even forget to think about themselves. Something that we hear a lot in the social work world is self-care. Primarily because as social workers, we are advocates and community leaders and therapists. We give a lot to our community and to the people that we serve, and which is why we hear a lot of tools and reminders for self-care. This video I want to share with you as a reminder for self-care, but also more of a deeper level than that is sharing a tool which is more on exploration rather than actual self-care tools and strategies, because I think that as social workers, we hear enough about self-care and not getting to a place of burnout, but sometimes we hear all these tools and strategies and it can get overwhelming. So it does the opposite of what it's supposed to do, which is actually taking care of ourselves and being in the present moment. And so I want to share a few insights that I've been having as I have embarked on a new journey, which is meditation journey, which meditation is a tool for self-care, by the way. It's a tool, it's a mindfulness tool, and something that we use a lot in the social work practice is mindfulness. But I'm not really here to talk about, well, I guess I am a little bit here to talk about meditation just because it has been a very transformative tool for me. But I want to share how I came to meditation as a tool for self-care, and using that journey and showing you that sometimes it's not about learning all the tools. Sometimes it's about exploring with the tools that we have and that we know about. So I want to get into that. But before I dive in, I just wanted to remind you to come on over to beabosscoaching.com and to sign up to be part of my newsletter and schedule a call with me or send me a form. I'd love to speak with you as a coach, so former social worker, as a person who enjoys talking about business and talking about leadership, self-development, and how it impacts our businesses and our entrepreneurship journey. Also someone that is from LA and lived in New York, is in her healing era. I mean, those are just some of the little nuances that I highlight every now and then. And also, yeah, just wanted to, anyway, I'm kind of going off the rails here a little bit because this is, I think, my fourth take trying to make this video, to be quite honest with you. And that is a process, which again comes back to what I want to talk about, which is exploring and allowing the exploration, the process of process to unfold. And if that makes any sense. But if you're new here, welcome. My name is Beatriz. I don't think I've even introduced myself yet, but my name is Beatriz. I'm a business and entrepreneur coach. I like to talk about clarity. I like to talk about strategy, but I also mainly, what I've been really leaning into these past few days has been, or not days, but just weeks, I guess, has been around self-love and healing and self-development, which is what I enjoy talking about because that is my journey. And I want to share it. And anybody else who is on a similar journey, I hope that this is helpful and that you stick around, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you come on over to beabosscoaching.com to become part of the weekly newsletter gang. And hopefully we get to know each other more in our journeys, and I get to support you in yours as you continue to embark on your entrepreneurship journey, self-development, confidence, and I hope to be that for you. All right, so let's get started. I have a few notes here, so I'm gonna be referencing these notes here to the side One thing you might have noticed if you've seen any of my other videos, if this is your first video ever, then you don't have to go look at I encourage you to go look at the other videos, but you see they're very different in terms of the background. I actually changed the setup of my workspace recently. I moved it completely from one side of the room to another side of the room, which is now next to my bookcase. And I wanted to have more of a background that wasn't my bed, because that feels a little vulnerable, but was maybe my workspace, or just some color also, because I love color and I love books. I love to read. I love to learn. So I think it just showcases a little bit of who I am as a person, and a little bit of just my workspace and where I like to create and hold my coaching sessions and all of that good stuff. But like I said, this is the fourth time me doing this video. So after the third time, because I've done it already so much, I sort of just riff, but I still remember the points that I prepared. And so it feels a little bit more natural. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. So I'm going to try to make this video a little shorter. The other videos were 30 minutes. It started with 18 minutes. The other one was 17, 18. And I think the third one was 30 minutes. So this one, we'll see where it lands, but I'm trying to keep it at no more than 20 minutes. But like I said, this video is for Social Work Month. In honor of Social Work Month, I want to talk a bit about self-care, but not just self-care, because it is needed within the social work field and avoiding burnout, but another tool or another practice that you can do to go deeper and to allow self-care to find you rather than you looking for it, if that makes any sense. A tool that goes below self-care, which is exploration. And one of the things that I've come across in my journey of self-care and just self-acceptance and healing and all of that really great stuff, I've come across meditation. So over the past 17 days, I've been meditating every single day for at least 10 minutes. Sometimes I meditate more than once a day. Today alone, I meditated maybe 4 times. And it's been such a life-changing, and it feels a little dramatic to say life-changing because it's only been 17 days. But in those 17 days, I have felt a slight shift in the way I walk in this earth and how I feel about myself and my confidence and overall my energy. Just in general, I feel better. Now, this video is not really about meditation, although it is an amazing self-care tool. It's really about how I came to it, and it was because I explored with being open and explored with ways to take care of myself. One of the decisions that I made in the beginning of this year was to join a community that was trauma-informed. The group has tools that you can explore, right? So I explored with a meditation that was available to me around healing your inner niña, or was a meditation on the inner niña self. And I did that, and it was really powerful. I really enjoyed it. It brought up some emotions, difficult but necessary to experience and to go through. And after that, I was curious about more meditation, what other meditations are out there. And it really opened my mind to this tool of meditation that I had always known about, right? I'm sure we've seen it, heard about it at least in our everyday lives. But trying it in a way that was intentional for me in that moment, and also for it to help me, it really opened my mind up to the world of meditation. And I had been meditating, and every time I meditated and found something, it was different each time. Most of the time it was nice, sometimes it was difficult. But something I've learned in this journey of meditating for 17 days, and even before the 17 days, I had meditated, but not in a very consistent practice. It was like maybe 3-4 times a week. But now, since dedicating myself to meditating every single day and finding a practice that I do for at least 10 minutes a day that where I just sit with myself and my thoughts, my feelings, my sensations, and my body, it has really opened up so much in me. And but again, I came to that because I decided to explore meditation and just be open to the experience. And after experiencing a nice sensation from it, I wanted to learn more. And so far, it's been really, really healing and transformative. And I've learned so much about myself and just about life. And something I've learned is that meditation, or the benefits of meditation, often show up outside of meditation, in your confidence level, in your energy level, in your ability to stay committed, your self trust, and just all these other areas. And all of these areas have been areas that for me have always been a challenge. And of course, as a social worker, I knew, of course, of all of the tools that you can tap into to take care of yourself, right? Exercise, mindfulness is meditation, but breath work, of course, taking care of yourself, like bubble baths, or, you know, going to get a mani-pedi or whatever, getting a massage, all of these different ways to take care of oneself, right? We know about all these ways. We know to stay connected to family, to friends. We know to take time for ourselves, to read, to journal, right? And so all of these tools are helpful, and I had tried all of them. But one thing that has really stuck heavy for me has been meditating. And it was because I explored it and decided to open myself up to that. So I encourage you, as a social worker or as anyone, business owner, making impact and giving so much of yourself and putting so much of yourself into your work and your products and your services, to, if you are someone that would benefit from some self-love, some self-care, but you're just not finding the right practice for you, to continue exploring and to simply be open to the possibility of exploring new tools, and to be intentional about the search for what helps you and what really sticks with you as a person with unique thoughts and needs and experiences. So exploring the different tools that you have at your disposal, it's sort of like if you wanted to build a table and you had all these tools, right? You had a toolbox with a drill and a wrench and paint or whatever other tools that you need to build this table. If you need to drill holes to the table, you wouldn't use a wrench, right? You would use a drill. You have to use the right tool for the right moment. And that's the way that I've been seeing self-care lately, is that sometimes we have all these different resources that we can tap into, but sometimes when we tap into those resources, even if we tap into exercise, which is of course always great for us, but even if we tap to these things that overall, yes, are good for us, sometimes they're not the right tool for us in the moment, in that time and place. And what I would encourage you is to think about your situation a little bit more intentionally, and to sit with yourself and explore with yourself what are the tools that have worked in the past, and maybe think about the barriers that have allowed them to not work, right? I think one of the reasons why meditation has worked so well for me these past couple weeks has been because it's so convenient to me, and that I'm someone that I look for convenience in my everyday life. And when anything is convenient, things are just easier, it's easier for me to go to the gym. For example, like I have a gym here in my building, so of course it's easy for me. I could literally just walk downstairs and work out, which is why I do, and it's also part of my rent anyway, so I do it. But it hasn't always been easy, because again, like it takes a little bit of time to get into the mood of going down to the gym and changing and whatnot. So thinking about all of the different barriers that could potentially be affecting your tools and your practices for self-care, and once we explore those barriers, then you can make better decisions about your self-care and the ways in which you choose to practice and how you can make it easier for yourself. And so meditation for me has been that, where it's just convenient. I can check in with myself for 5 minutes, do some breath work, do some guided meditation, and I'm good for the most part. And it's helped me to access this need, this tool wherever I am. And I am lucky that I get to be home and be by myself so I can really meditate at any time, anywhere. The other day though, I was on the way to work with my dad and I didn't have time to meditate in the morning. So I meditated in the car next to him while he was driving as we were driving to work. And that was helpful. So think about what keeps you from engaging in the self-care tools and practices that you have at your disposal and explore other possibilities. Really, the tool that I'm offering today is exploration and being open to sitting with yourself for a minute and exploring your barriers and exploring where you are and what you really need in that moment. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. I hope this was helpful. I want to invite you to a workshop that I'm having on March 15th on podcasting and basics. I will be going over what I've learned from podcasting, the tools that I recommend, and what you should be thinking about before starting a podcast, what questions you should be asking yourself. And if you've been thinking about starting a podcast, I think that this would be a great workshop for you to take part in. So come on over. The link to that will be in the description. And again, come on over to beabosscoaching.com to sign up for my newsletter. And I hope that you have a wonderful social work month. If you know a social worker in your life, thank them for all they do for their communities and their clients and their patients. If you are a social worker yourself, thank yourself. Reward yourself for all the amazing work that you do. Thank you for just choosing this profession and choosing this field. And I always love to meet other social workers. So if you came across this video, I encourage you to connect with me. I love to make new friends and make new connections. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you all soon for the next video. Bye.